Okay guys, so we are here with my friend's 2004 Toyota Sequoia, and the reason why we're here is because he's been complaining that his brakes is making weird noise coming from the rear. At first he thought it was the front, so he replaced the front, but the noise was still there. It was like the grinding noise, you know. So he looked in here and this is what we saw. This is what he saw. And so he suspected that something is wrong with his brakes. So I told him, yep, the brakes are shot. And so I told him to get a new rotor and new brake pads. And so today what we're doing is we're working on replacing that new rotor and adding new brake pads. However, what I can tell you from my experience is that this brake rotor is different from other brake rotor in that, unlike the front, this brake rotor has a set of drums inside as well. Okay, so that's for your e-brake. So what we're gonna have to contend with is removing that brake rotor, and if we can remove it without messing with the brake pads, the shoes, that'd be awesome. But if we have to mess with the brake shoes, that's something else to contend with. So I'll show you how it looks like. Let me start by taking out the lug nuts here. I'm not going to show you that part because if I have to show you that part, this is too advanced for you. Okay. Okay guys, so as you can see here, look at all these little lines, the striations here. It's really, really deep. So there's no way we can resurface this. That's why I told my friend to just go ahead and get a new rotor. So at this point in time, what we're going to do is we're going to remove the caliper here. Okay, and I'll show you. Okay, so the caliper here, to remove that, it's sort of like the front. To remove that, you have to remove this bolt right here and this lower bolt right here. And after that, then this thing, well, we can move the caliper out of the way, and we can then hang it somewhere here so that we won't destroy the brake line right here. Okay. So we want to be careful not to destroy the brake line here, because if you destroy it, it's no good. It's bad medicine. We have to rebuild this brake line, okay? And not this one, but this one. Okay, rubber line. We have to buy a new one. So what we're gonna do, guys, pull this out, pull it out. Okay. See, once the rust comes out, it's not that hard. All right. Okay, so I take that back. This is a very light caliper, so we're not gonna need whatchamacallit. We are not going to need to hang this with the wire. Okay, so we got an adapter here, and we got this thing out here. Okay. Alright, so that's that. This comes off like that, see? And this should come off, but it's so rusty, it's basically rusted in. So what we're gonna do is this little screw hole right here, that little hole right here, we're gonna use a screw and we're gonna force it out this way, okay? Okay guys, so after prying this thing off with my pry bar, it came out, and I'll show you how it looks like. See, these are the things that were preventing me from removing this. And as you can see, this there, that's how it looks like inside. This is your e-brake. Okay, when you press your e-brake, this thing bites. And but when you step on your brake, your regular brake, your brake pads bite. So, yep, and let's examine the brake pads. This is your new brake pads right here. Okay, this is your new brake pads. See, and the old brake pads. So you can see how worn they are, and that's part of life. It's just maintenance that we have to do. So my friend has bought a new rotor, so we're going to put the new rotor in, but let's clean this off with brake cleaner first, and so that we can assemble it with ease. Okay guys, so this is what we discovered. Okay, and so with us yanking on this thing like that, this brake pad, the spring set here came loose, right? So I don't know if you could see, but yep, the spring set right here holds this thing in so that it doesn't flop around like that. You see how this side, well, this side's flopped around too, but this thing right here, this side right here has a spring set, and I'll show you. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but the spring is right here. So the spring is right here. Okay, that spring is the one that came off here, but it's on this side. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to insert this back in, and we're gonna have to make sure it doesn't come out.
There you go. Forward.
There you go. I don't know if you can see that, but this pin holds that thing in place. So now, okay, we're gonna have to move this thing out like this. You see this hole? There's a reason why they make that hole. This hole is to help you adjust that thing like that. Okay guys, so with a lot of elbow grease, actually finger grease, I'm able to push this thing in and twist it and lock it in place, and that's how it looks like. Okay, so now the hard part, see this let's see, little thingy right here, this thing right here, I gotta align this thing into this groove and align this thing right here, okay, into this groove right here, and then after that I can push this thing back in and hopefully it don't fall out again. I won't show you how to do that because it's just too cumbersome. Okay, alright, so like I said, it is this piece of metal right here. Okay, that this thing right here has to go into this groove right here. This thing right here has to go into I don't know if you can see this groove right here. So as long as I got this thing locked down, I don't care about anything else, so that's good. I got the retention spring in, so now I have to put this tensioning spring in. Okay, this spring right here goes to this little hole right here. I don't know if you could see right here, just how this thing goes here. So there you go, it came out. So this thing right here goes here, and you have to find a way to move this right here all the way to the spot right here.
Ooh, sparks.
Sparks?
Yeah.
Indeed. There you go, guys. There you go. It is in. We are good. All right, y'all. So this thing is in place right here. You can see this spring right here comes through here. This spring right over here comes over here. And there's an adjuster wheel that you have to make sure that is in place, okay? Because we found out that this thing came loose too, so I pushed it back in place and we're good.
That's
There. Aha!
Ah.
There it is, guys. Boom! There it is. So now, the fun part, we're gonna have to put the bracket back in. See that? Pretty easy, easy peasy. So this is my special tool. Okay. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna insert this right here. Okay. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to press this piston cup down. Okay, see how it's going down? I don't know if you can see. This needs to go down. That's why you have special tools. Okay, so it's down. See that? So now it's got enough room for the new pads. Okay. Okay, guys. So I got the brake pads in. Okay. So now the caliper is going to go in. And the calipers goes in without any incident, uneventful incident. Make sure they go in nicely. There. Okay, insert that in. Okay, same thing on the top. And that's that, guys. You need to torque this back to spec so this thing won't fall out. And you're good. Let me know what your thoughts are. We didn't expect to have those little springs come off. And sorry, I got some face painting going on there. And anywho, let me know what your thoughts are.